Welcome back. The nation's leading progressive district attorney George Gascon says he's running for re-election to help turn around what he calls 40 years of bad criminal justice policy. It's a good bet he will have plenty of opposition, including from John McKinney, one of the office's top prosecutors with the major crimes unit before he was reassigned by Mr. Gascon. We talked with Mr. McKinney about his background and philosophy and why he is running for office.
I'm running because there's a void of leadership in the district attorney's office. It's leading to rise in crime, increased victimization, a sense of chaos in our communities, a lack of fairness, a lack of help for the people who truly need help. I'm running because I want to put accountability and victims back in the center of our criminal justice system.
George Gascon was elected by the County of Los Angeles because people wanted a change in the direction of the prosecution of felonies and misdemeanors in this county. They're focused on criminal justice reform. What was the matter with that?
Well, I think George Gascon got elected because of a perfect storm of factors. Mainly a sense of needing greater accountability for police officers who use excessive force. Since being elected, he implemented almost everything but greater accountability for police officers. He implemented all kinds of policies and programs that he never told the community he stood for until he was sworn in. Well, look, he started off right away by a blanket policy against charging special circumstances against multiple murderers. He started off by eliminating hate crime prosecutions, which he then later walked back, but that was part of his original policy. He decided that he would never, under any circumstances, prosecute a juvenile in a criminal court, even one who was 16 or 17 years old who committed murder. He didn't run on that platform. Misdemeanor crimes are not being prosecuted. They're not being prosecuted for any juvenile offender, and that includes crimes of violence. There are a lot of misdemeanor crimes that are not being prosecuted that are committed by adult offenders. We're seeing record numbers of people involved in traffic collisions and hit and runs. Why? We're not prosecuting our driving laws. He's not prosecuting drug crimes at all. He's basically legalized drugs in Los Angeles County, and that has led to record numbers of overdose deaths and poisonings.
So you're from Passaic, New Jersey.
Yes.
Your mother died when you were 2. Your father died when you were 4 or 5.
Yes.
Raised by your sister.
That's right.
In the middle of the crack cocaine epidemic.
Yes.
In the mid-1980s. How did somebody from that background end up a prosecutor with the LA County District Attorney's Office?
Well, a lot of hard work and discipline. I had a lot of good role models in my life. These were very simple people who lived well. And I followed the lessons that I was taught as a child. Now, there were a lot of temptations. I watched a lot of my peers go out on the street and make a lot of money easily. And, you know, it was never in me to cross that line for a couple of reasons. One, I wasn't raised that way. But also, I had a healthy fear and respect for the criminal justice system. You know, I often tell people, if George Gascon had been the district attorney when I was growing up, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you right now. I wouldn't have worked my way through college, law school, and become a prosecutor, because he makes it too easy for young people to violate the law. He almost invites them to violate the law by having no accountability or consequences for them when they do violate the law.
So just having the law there, in your opinion, just having the law there and knowing that there's sort of the sword of Damocles, there is a prosecutor, there's a police, there's a system, that will put you away. That was instrumental in your life.
Yes. There is no maturity without accountability. And I've talked to a lot of young men who've been to prison. I ask, why did you stop? You know what I hear over and over? I got tired of it. I got tired of it. When you press a little bit more means I got tired of going to court. I got tired of going to jail. I wanted something different. So in that sense, being held accountable, although it took more than one attempt, being held accountable over and over again helped those young men to mature and know that that's not the kind of life they wanted for themselves. They got tired of calling home and lying to their mothers about where they were, lying to their children about where they were. And that's only because there was an arrest, a prosecution, and a consequence. Now, a lot of those young men, including a lot of young men that I grew up with in New Jersey, are doing well. They're fathers. They're raising their families. They're working hard every day. They're paying their taxes. You don't get there without accountability. And George Gascon's philosophy is a no accountability philosophy toward crime.
Deputy District Attorney John McKinney, now a candidate for LA County DA. Up next, President Joe Biden comes west when we return.